When Lemmy said to us, don't change for anyone, don't listen to them, just do what you're doing the right thing, it's great stuff, you know, keep on that train, we need more rock and roll in the world. We love this kind of rock and roll. Like, I love it. I'm not going to turn my back on what I love. I'm not going to cheat with some other kind of music, you know what I mean? Like, or you know, and just become some sort of different band because someone says you're going to sell more records, or someone says, you know, whatever it is that they're promising the thing will be. It's like, well, then I can't go, you know, I can't do that, you know, and I want to do that forever. G'day, mate. My name is Joel, and I play in the band Airbourne. I'm sitting here with Andy, and we're sitting here with a good old Gibson loaner guitar. They say it's a loaner guitar, but we are getting on a plane today and flying to Geneva, so that might end up in my luggage, we'll see. I might nick it just like Pete Townsend, because it's actually a nice guitar. Starting to fall in love with this guitar. But that's me. Hello, how are you doing?
Lovely to meet you.
Good to meet you. #1 guitar lesson channel on the entire internet of the world.
I've got the most watched guitar lesson video on YouTube at the present moment.
Teaching more guitarists is a bloody great thing.
Exactly. I've taught a couple of your songs over the years. Yeah, Running Wild and whatnot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've done Running Wild. In fact, the Running Wild video is I teach.
I'm gonna have to have a look at this. Okay.
I teach that in the length of the song. I think it's 3 minutes 28. Yeah. And the whole gimmick of that video, because I do like some kind of, you know, I've got to get views somehow.
No, yeah, for sure.
I teach your song in the length of the song, because your music really connects, I think, with, you know, regular people who want to just rock out and get straight to the good stuff.
Absolutely, just rock out. Like, not even have a lesson, just sort of get a couple of things and go, oh, I can't be bothered learning anymore, I just want to rock. That's how I kind of learn. I just missed
Is that
a few
the case?
things. Yeah, I would have a guitar lesson when I was in primary school, over the road from the school, his name was Russell Moody. He plays in a band called the Motivators, who was sort of a very good friend of mine. Nick Howe plays in the Motivators. They influenced our band. They're a Warrnambool band. And I was getting guitar lessons off Russell, and we would learn TNT. Obviously, it's not the same tone as TNT, but he would teach me things like that, and, you know, Smoke on the Water and stuff, and I would learn them. But then he would say, did you learn it, you know? And I'd say, yeah, I think I got it. And he goes, oh yeah. And did you do anything else? And I say, yeah, I just was making riffs. He goes, show me the riffs you're making. And then he would listen and go, that's pretty cool. Like, and he go, oh yeah. And he goes, so do you just learn it and then make them? And I was like, oh, just, you know, you learn the thing he was teaching me, because he would teach me all this cool stuff, like just a pentatonic scale. I mean, you have a YouTube channel now. There was no YouTube, there was no internet, it wasn't even a dial-up modem.
No, when I started either, yeah.
No. Right, okay. And so the learning, I would get distracted quite easily after learning the thing, but I loved creating. So the great thing about learning guitar is you learn a few bits and bobs, but I feel you shouldn't overdo it, because then you're going to mold yourself a certain way. I'm not a diagnosed last week ADHD person. It's been going on forever. However, I think it's an advantage, because the hyper focus allows you to cut through the crap. And your channel, being what it is, allows people to get. If you're teaching, like you say, I'm looking forward to getting some lessons off your channel, because I'm excited to learn again, because I unlearnt the guitar before this tour.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't deliberately do it. It just got very busy with the promo and everything for the album that I was like, I haven't picked up a guitar in about 2 months, and we're going on tour tomorrow.
Yeah.
So then I had, like, my fingers weren't, I lost all the
calluses,
they were gone.
It's a thing, yeah.
And I couldn't really bend couldn't do the bends. And I was like, I need to go to finger gym, you know, and I need to play guitar, and I couldn't get my hands on an acoustic because we were flying. And I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? We had, you know, like a week of rehearsals in Manchester. So I had to play until I was like getting really sore wrists, like all the old tendonitis, because I had to like intensely learn, like I was for a role in a movie. You know, they do those intense things, and then the actor comes out with all these injuries. But I found that unlearning the guitar has made me, whilst it was scary and stressful because we're going on stage at Worth, you know. It allowed me to come back and find new chords and play new things because you know you get stuck in traps.
Oh, of course.
Like guitar loops.
A way around that is to stay curious. I want to learn different things. I want to learn something new. I was fascinated to ask you because I've taught Airbourne songs in the past, both one-to-one and on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
And if I was teaching people to play like you, yes, you learn the riffs, but you're learning power chords, pentatonics, maybe mixolydian mode, maybe all these different shapes. I'm like, how much did you learn of that when you were first learning?
Right.
Because, you know, AC/DC did not learn how to play like that from an AC/DC tab book.
No. So back to with Russell Moody. So he would, on grey lead, he would draw out, like we would do it in tab.
Yeah.
So he'd put the number of the, he'd draw it out, you know, 2 and 2, and then we'd do that. And so we'd learn, one of the hardest ones was Iron Man.
Right.
To go all the way up the neck and slide around the place.
Of the dusty end.
What is it? And then where's the next bit? Actually, you know what? You teach me Iron Man.
Well, I would do it up there.
Was I on the wrong bloody...
And you were doing it.
Oh, right. AC/DC way, yeah.
But it is again, there's no... Because it sounds... The Tony Iommi thing is being on the thicker strings and sounding a bit duller and pushing the mids. And yours is a lot more...
Yeah.
I love the way you do this. It's pure Angus and Malcolm there.
Yeah.
That's really hard to teach.
Really?
I know it shouldn't, even just the one finger E and A chord.
Yeah.
I'm like, beginners, here's the lazy A, and then you've got your other fingers to do it. A lot of people, it's not their first chords. I mean, what was the first Smoke on the Water, and then were there any gateway stuff?
The gateway thing for me was... I would do that for 10 hours a day.
I would sit on it
and just
vibe on it.
Yeah, and I had a drum machine. Doom, da, doom, da, doom, da, doom.
What drum machine did you have?
It was
because we're back then. This must have been.
It was a Roland.
808 type thing, just a.
Yeah, it was an old Roland, and I had a vocal PA, and would put it through that because my dad was a singer-songwriter. A different kind of music, it was Australian folk music, but he had a vocal PA, so I would put the drum machine through the PA and
nice and loud.
Yeah, try and recreate. They put a bit of reverb on it, so it was, like an AC/DC concert, and I had a bit of bass going through the thing as well. And what drum machine was it? Was it a Zoom 123 or Catch It? It was something like that. But it had bass and it had drums. Yeah. And I would just play over and over again, but I'd be rocking out. And playing, I was
getting the adrenaline,
because I was just
like
getting,
a gym session.
Yeah, getting going, and I would do it for like 10 hours a day, just on A. So, and then I was like, I knew there was other chords, but I just wanted to that. Dun, 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 dun. It's the breakdown that AC/DC do when Angus goes out in the crowd.
100%. It's the let there be rock on the A chord, right?
And so, what I also found with this vocal PA was that when I had the CD player and plugged it into the PA. One of the speakers I'd forgotten to plug in, and I was like, I'm only getting one guitar here. And it was Malcolm. And then I went, holy shit. I can actually, and I plugged it in, I got Angus, and I went, I'll unplug it again. And I went, I'm just going to listen to Malcolm all day long. And then I just was learning guitar that way, of listening to the way he played live, because it was so raw and real. And I figured out I could do that with their records now. And then, so I would put Angus in the PA, and I would take Malcolm out, and I would try and rock like that. I would try and do his parts, and I'd record it and realise I was a bit out here and a bit out there, and I'd hear, I was a bit shit there, I was a bit shit there. And you can beat yourself up and go, I'm shit now, but if you just go, look, I'll try again, and then you record yourself and say, by recording number 50 versus number 1, you go, I'm getting those little intricate little rhythm things he does where he backs it off. It's hard to do it with this amp because it's so gainy. You need the
we're on the Zach Wild setting.
Yeah, we're on the Zach Wild setting, but you need a cleaner sound to get that thing going. But and then I would try and go to the Angus, have Malcolm go to the Angus side and learn those things. And then I started trying to do that with anything, like learning Sweet Home Alabama, like a bit more finger picking stuff and you can really hear the left or the right. These days you've got AI programs that can pull guitars out of things and shit like
But
that.
you need to listen to that and split apart the multi-tracks and the stems when you're just listening to it, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are the drums doing? What's the guitar on the left
If
doing?
you've got a Pro Tools rig, you can stem it out,
do it.
and then you remix it yourself.
But that's ear training. You're listening to records, but you're really picking it. You're not letting it wash over you. You're analysing every time you're listening. You know, for 10 hours a day, comparing what you're playing. That's.
I only wish I had the ear training to actually sing in key all the time when I'm singing live, because
I want to talk about your
a bit
voice,
too
man.
sharp.
If I had your voice, I wouldn't practice guitar half as much.
It's like a Ferrari that's been stolen, and I'm trying to control it every time. I'm trying to get a handle on the wheel of that thing. I'm always either sharp or flat or all over the place.
Indeed,
but if I get it on, then it's good. But
while we're on riffs,
Yes.
talk about the new album. What is some of your favourite riffs or some of the favourite songs you played this weekend with Iron Maiden?
Okay, well, there's the verse riff in Alive After Death, which, here we go. Capo.
Yeah, we got capo, yeah.
So when you taught the Running Wild thing, did you use
I
it?
did capo first fret, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
Did you tune up or
We
something?
tuned the whole thing up. That's the riff. So, but it's... Keith Richards said this. He goes, he said about, it was Jumpin' Jack Flash, I think, or Satisfaction. They said, oh, you know, you must get tired of playing these same riffs over and over again. You mean your band's been going for 50 years, and this was like 20 years ago, and they asked him this. And he was like, no, you know, I'm still just trying to work out how to play Satisfaction. And and the guy's like, work it out. And he goes, yeah, it's different every night, isn't it? And it's like, it's different every night. You've been playing this for 50 years. He goes, yeah, but I'm still writing the song, aren't I? I'm still trying to figure this out. And I was like, I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, thank you, Keith, because now I don't feel so shit, or that I don't know what's going on, because I'm lost in the world of guitar. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand how to sing. I don't understand how to play guitar. All I understand is that when I play something and I like the sound of it. First time I played that just then, I'm pretty sure it was mainly downstrokes. But now I just started, because I've just noticed the amp was more sparky. Doing upstrokes, you're reacting, so you sort of go, instead of just the old way, versus you start, it's like trying to eat you or something. And you know, you nail it, you don't nail it. I record myself all the time. Like if I'm coming up with a riff, I'll just leave it recording for 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It takes a while to go back over, but I'll know mentally in my head, I was about halfway and I think I nailed or got a good riff going then. But that's the thing about having an amp and a guitar when you're by yourself, is that you can really hear yourself outside of the band and you can react to things. So you have to come back to that, because it's just, you become one again. Yeah. That's the only thing I really understand about the guitar. I don't know the music of it. I don't understand. Like Steve Vai, what the hell's going on there? Like I'm looking at it going, oh, it's like an alien's playing guitar, you know? Like it's just, it's amazing. But what I love about Joe Satriani is he's got such cool little bluesy riffs and things that happen, and I can hear them and I go, oh, I'm not going to nick it, but I want to
catchy, aren't they?
I want to learn it, and I want to learn. And as soon as you learn someone else's thing, you find something else you could do with it, and you could do something else, and you learn it and go, it takes you somewhere.
Yeah, Satch has got hooks, hasn't he?
Doesn't he? I've got the tab book at home for Surfing with the Alien. I found it on eBay, and I still haven't opened the thing up. But when I get home, it's like what I want to do. I want to learn guitar again, because it was fun when I was a kid, and I've just stopped because, you know, we've got, 6 albums now, and I was like, you don't think you need to, not that I wasn't walking around going, I don't need to learn anymore because I know everything. No one knows everything. But I just didn't think, you know, and then one day I just was looking up a YouTube thing to learn how to do in Panama correctly, and I was like,
the counting at the start, I still don't.
Right?
I can play it note for note.
I can't work that out yet.
I haven't quite got that. I can wing it. It starts on the and of one.
Yeah.
That first
song.
Yeah. And then it corrects. And I'm like, I don't quite get that.
Yep.
But what I want to ask you about as well is, some of your signature lead licks as well. What's an Airbourne? Or what was your first gateway, and when did you stop lead-wise sounding like your heroes and start sounding like you? Because it's really distinctive.
Yeah, the thing is, it's funny that you say, like, what is the, you know, the lead licks, and I've got no idea, like, because I can't think of anything right now when you say that. But the thing, and I'm sure that we all go to, is the. Like, it's just fun.
Going along in an automobile, man. We're all singing the same song as Elvis.
You just go back to that, and it's like, if you're in a crowd, how do you not do that to that?
Or also, if you're on the back of someone's shoulders, as you were this weekend at Nebworth.
Yeah, and so I divert to that shit live because I'm making it up all the time. As we go out in the crowd, there's like this. I do this little when we go to the E. I started adding that in.
Again, that's a hook. You're thinking about it like a singer.
So the next night I go out, I'll go, I'm out there in the crowd, we're rocking, we're into the E now. I go, I went, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that again. High five, beer in the face.
Can I add to that I think the first time I saw you live, it was download, it was chucking it down with rain and you went for a climb.
Yeah, I did.
I think it was must have been 2010 or something like that.
Yeah.
You were doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
30 feet in the air, and chucking it down with rain.
Yeah, do you know what? Here's a funny thing for you. So now, you're out there in front of 40,000 people or whatever, and you're Mr. Rockstar with your guitar. And you're playing all this stuff. Here's what happens when you climb up the top of a PA. Yeah, that's all you can hear.
Oh, wow.
Right?
So you weren't with in-ears?
You're like rocking out, yeah, man, woo, yeah.
You're just guessing. Can you hear the band?
No. So you're up there just going with the plink, 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 plink. Yeah! And the lightning's hitting the stage and you're like, yeah, cool, man. Rock on.
And you're looking at the audience.
And you're going, if anyone could hear what I'm hearing, it's the most ridiculous Spinal Tap moment of all time. But then when you come back down, it gets louder and you go, and then you hear your guitar again, you're like, yeah, all right. It's the weirdest thing.
Is there any weird delay when you go out front?
Absolutely.
Because I've done that.
Yeah.
And it's really not that far
No.
when the suddenly starts to be a delay.
No, everything's out of time. And that's why you divert back to... Because you know it's in the key.
Yeah.
So you're kind of getting close. But you just have to sort of feel it and stuff. But there's... people screaming and it's going nuts. Like the whole thing is
absolutely
everything you've ever learned about an instrument or anything completely goes out of the window to this strange other world of like when you climb a PA or something and there's no actual guitar amp, there's no band, and there's just this really anticlimactic fucking. Yeah, I'm playing the blues now, man, and everyone out there's going, yeah, and you're like, fuck, I've got to keep rocking too. You know what?
While hanging on, I think you were hanging on with your leg.
Yeah, well, because you got to hang on with something.
Exactly right. Your hands were busy. But that's what I love about you guys, and that's what you fly the flag for. It is no compromise. Everything that separates you guys, I think, is a lot to do with attitude, BPM. Don't like a slower BPM. All about that. Even when you were playing, a couple of AC/DC, even style riffs, it's faster. It's a bit more of a Maiden influence, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a bit, with Metallica. Doing, they say like Metallica, kind of sped up some, Black Sabbathy kind of riffs and threw some Motorhead in there, or just you got the speed and you got that sort of Sabbath sped up a bit. So we're kind of AC/DC sped up a bit, like because we grew up with Metallica. Yeah. Learning, I didn't really learn much of their riffs. What I wish I did, but I'm going to now. But like rocking out with Metallica and stuff like that, and AC/DC is we're only naturally going to be faster. And obviously having born with amount of stupid energy and hyperfocus ADHD, you're just going to be a bit faster. Someone said to us once, it's like, you guys are like AC/DC on cocaine. It's a lot, it's a lot of energy.
Yeah. Well, one filter that I've heard you say about the new album is from something Lemmy told you guys, which was don't get distracted, don't try and follow trends. Yep. try and make music that your road crew would love.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, if you roadie, you know, the roadies, they hear it every night, you know, and not just our band, every band, you talk to roadies of any band and they go, oh, hey, is your tour going, mate? Go, yeah, I've been out here for a year, same songs. Like, you know, like, it's like, you understand. So you go, if you can give them something where they go, hey, that one's all right, you know, then they're the best yardstick because they've heard it over and over and over and over again. But also, you know, and I don't like the word fans. It doesn't make sense to me because when we go out and play, there's a kid with a Motorhead shirt, there's a kid with an AC/DC shirt, a Van Halen shirt. We all love the same stuff. So we're all fans of the same music. So there's no difference between the bands or the fans. In my book, we're not our band. It's like we're all mates. So, and you see it and you go, look, we all love the same music. How cool is this? We get to go to a gig. Yeah, of course, we're running around with the pieces of wood and the strings on them. But we're all here to celebrate this rock and roll, heavy metal, denim and leather brought us together thing.
Absolutely. Did it feel like that this weekend, that celebration at
It
Networth?
did. Yeah, it did.
That we are all here, living and breathing. That we are all here for one reason and one reason alone. We're here for Iron fucking Maiden!
There was a real energy there and so many Maiden fans all in one place, but just a genuine, also heavy metal gathering.
Yeah. When Iron Maiden, to me, are the T-shirt everyone used to wear in the 90s when they were rejecting you know, a lot of what was popular at the time. They were like, no, I love this 80s, you know, original British wave heavy metal, even late 70s.
New wave of British heavy metal.
I know, that's in retrospect, that's what we call it. Yeah. You know? when you're, you know, it's not the new romantics, it's the new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah,
you know,
new
all
wave
these
of British heavy metal.
But you must have had some pressure to kind of change your sound and over the years, and you really have stayed true. Has that been something you always have to remind yourself of, or does that happen when you go on stage?
No, we've never really had to remind ourselves of that. When Lemmy said to us, "Don't change for anyone. Don't listen to them. Just do what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. It's great stuff. You know, keep on that train. We need more rock and roll in the world." And so once you, and it's not I mean, everyone has an ego to some point, but I guess it's more of you know, that once you love what you love and you won't compromise for what you love, no matter what. Like we cop shit about all kinds of stuff, but we love this kind of rock and roll. Like I love it. I'm not going to turn my back on what I love. I'm not going to cheat with some other kind of music. You know what I mean? Like or you know, and just become some sort of different band because someone says you're going to sell more records, or someone says, you know, whatever it is that they're promising the thing will be. It's like, well, then I can't go. You know, I can't do that, you know, and I want to do that forever.
Absolutely.
I'll do that in my grave, you know, like, and I think that, you know, with, I guess people, you know, watching your channel and learning guitar is, you said about, like, we just got to stop being distracted. Everywhere we go, we're being distracted by stuff. There's always an algorithm trying to get at you, trying to pull you into something. But the great thing about an amp and a guitar is it shuts it all off.
Yeah.
That's the most oldest way to do it. And even if you have a little practice Spark amp, which I have on the road, you've got to use your phone to use it, which is unfortunate because fucking notifications are coming up everywhere and all this sort of shit. But you can set those things to turn off. But once you get your setting, it can load up straight away and then turn that thing off.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
What's one song from the new album then, one riff that you think everyone watching this video should learn? What's the most airborne riff from the latest album?
The intro to Gutsy is goes like that, and then I'm going to stop there because in the studio I went, and then I went. I watched a YouTube channel, and I don't know who it was. A kid put up a riff. He put up we released the song Gutsy, and he put up, it was before Hellfest, and he put up online, he thought that I went, and I went, that's so much cooler than what I did. So now I play it like that. I go, now I go, And then I go. And then I go into that part. And then go into that part. But so I don't know who you are, kid, but you taught me how to play my own riff better than me 2 days after we released the fucking song. So I changed it to that live and went, fuck, I wish I could go back and re-record it, because it kind of sounds like I did that, but that's so much better. So if you watch Airbourne live at Hellfest, you'll see me do the... And I'd learnt it the day before from this kid on YouTube. Like literally in his bedroom, and I went, join our band, mate, you know, but it was like, that's what I love about the other side of YouTube is that, and especially in this world, is that you can learn so much and expand your brain even more. And I was like, that's, you know what I mean?
Never stop learning, always stay curious. And get inspired by anything, right?
But how hilarious is that?
I mean, it just takes me back to me teaching how to play Johnny Be Good, exactly like the original recording or Hey Joe.
Yep.
And then the live clips that from them playing it live, they never played it the same twice.
Yeah.
Never played it the same twice. They never played it the same again.
No, back to, you know, still learning satisfaction. You know, it's the same thing.
But this is what he's trying to, I think, when Keith says that, he's trying to keep himself inspired to put on a better performance. Yeah. Keep it a living, breathing piece of art.
He's one of the greatest feelers of guitar, and
that's how you stop being too much revering the past. You know, you keep in this living, breathing alive.
If you get too mathematical with a guitar, it's never going to work. That's what I'm saying. Don't overlearn something to the point where you're molding yourself into just someone who's a performing seal or something. You know?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Joel, it's been fantastic to talk to you.
This has been great.
Thank you so much for taking the time to share this wisdom with us.
Pleasure.
I'm stoked to hear that you're learning stuff from YouTube too, and I look forward to seeing where
even
that
my
goes.
own riffs, you know.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. That's just sharing. That's the best side of the internet.
But the thing is, and without it, you know, that's what I'm saying. We're all in this thing together. There's no artist or band and then fans. It's just this constant loop that we're all in. It's this crazy thing, but I love it.
It's a wonderful world to be in, and thank you for being a huge part of it. Joel, thank you.
No, thank you, mate. Jeez.
New album is out in September, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, I've heard the whole thing. I'm looking forward to it being out there, man. It's great. Thank you,
mate. Cheers. Rock on.